Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. This is episode 1 of GameDev Breakdown. Today we're going to be breaking down Black Pine, which is a game made by Sourboys Interactive, which is the company of Umperville, a very well-known YouTuber. I recently did a full playthrough, well, not full playthrough, I played through one of the missions on the demo today, and I wanted to do the first episode of the breakdown on this game, because it seems like quite a good one to break down. So, the first part of our breakdown starts where any game starts, the main menu. We could have gone further back to the store page, but I decided to start on the main menu, then we'll circle back around to the store page later on. So, the main menu's done really well. It's very simple, but then you're going to get that with this kind of game, especially in this point in development. Like, for instance, you can see the default Unity sliders. That's fine, that can all be changed. I like how there is actually a microphone input thing here. If we go to more, there was an issue earlier where I found that the UI would overlap with this UI, but it seems to be fixed now that I restarted the game, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not sure about having a separate button to view the key bindings and the fact you can't change them, but I mean, again, it is early, so I'm sure all of them kind of things will be changed over time. Visuals, I'm sure there'll be more settings, but at the moment there's just gamma. They've got the nice logo and background there. I played mine like this, but for now we'll do it just like this. Another thing I would add is a back button to just hide the options menu. It's just because, you know, some people like to see the background as clean other than having to click somewhere else. So if we just go here, start a new game. I do quite like this. This is quite nice. I like how there's a little introduction here. I can tell that it is, I can see elements of the new Unity UI assets, like the code bit here, room name, but that could just be me looking a bit too deeply into it, and the chat box as well, with the Vivox or Vivox mute and unmute button. Like I said in my stream earlier, this game reminds me heavily of games like Phasmophobia and Lethal Company, for the same fact that you have a specific mission to do. You start in a vehicle and you get thrown out with some tools that you get to go and investigate something or fix something. One thing that I noticed while doing my first playthrough of the game earlier on stream is the fact that the interaction colliders are a bit weird. You have to be basically straight on, otherwise you have to look at it at a certain angle, so like there, and if you can see the crosshair, it's not on. If you hover over the actual object, you can't pick it up, but that's fine. For the walkie-talkies, it works quite well because, I mean, you are only in front of it, but it's just things like these where it's a bit finicky to pick them up, and it's like it's asking me if I want to store the flashlight when I'm nowhere even near this one. We'll get to the flashlight in a minute because I found some other issues with it, but yeah. Oh, we seem to have some dead text there. Oh, there we go. So if we pick that up, we'll go and accept our mission here. This is a really nice UI. I love how this is done. Got a nice little shop here. Got different cameras. Got a map. And then your contract. We'll accept that. And then you've got some mail in here as well for some like lore bits. And it just tells you how to use some of the tools. And then you exit. And you have 15 minutes to try and fully complete the mission. Now, one thing I noticed is when you seem to equip the torch and turn it on for the first time, it's very wide, but if you're on a lower gamma, it's as if it's on all the time without you having to turn it actually on. And then if you press mouse 0 or left mouse button, it goes into a more kind of cone shape rather than it being quite wide. But again, that's just something that can be fixed, or if it's intended, doesn't need to be fixed. This I can tell is an emissive texture because, I mean, there's no light in here apart from that, and it's completely glowing. Also, you can see there just on the side, you can see the torch light where I've had this on. If I turn that off, you can no longer see it. So it's stored somewhere on the person, which is really weird. The thing that I would do to fix this is just attach it to the shoulder, because then it means that if it's not equipped, you can still use it, and you can then use something in your other hand. But maybe put it a bit dimmer or something like that, just to kind of nerf it a little bit. We'll turn that off, unlike what I didn't do earlier. I have no issue with the hotbar. I quite like the fact that you have to use your scroll wheel. I have seen in the Discord though that others kind of want it to be 1 to 6, which is understandable if people aren't subject to, you know, using the scroll wheel a whole lot. Like I played quite a lot of Minecraft and I always used the scroll wheel for the inventory and that. Okay, so down here, I had the feeling that these puzzles were random, but I found out they're not. And I'm still gonna fail it because I seem to be absolutely useless when it comes to puzzles. Oh, they might be random actually. Nope, they're not. One of the things is once you've completed it, I think it would be quite good if it exits you out, because at the moment it just kind of leaves you there. Again, these are just me nitpicking. Ooh, nearly. No, I remember it being something like this. There we go. Another thing is having an objective thing on the HUD. It would be quite a nice accessibility thing, just because otherwise you don't know how many of the objectives you've completed, and then it gets quite confusing. It's like when I plug this in, I know you're not meant to play it on your own, but it is a possibility, so it should have some features to kind of use for that. So it is 60, 90, 60, 1, 2, 5. It'd be nice if you could just hold the button, but again, me nitpicking, my bad. Okay, 60, 60, you've done 90s, this is 1, 2, 5, there we go. And then I think we have to fix the water pipes somehow. Not quite sure how, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. So now if I go over here, 1 is low pressure apparently, and 3 is overpressure. So what isn't 2? 4. So 3 and 1. 3 is over, 1 is under, I think. Might have got that wrong. We'll find out. There we go. Cool. So I take it we have now fully completed it, which I didn't do last time because I completely did not see the buttons. Ah, I see now. We're starting to work all of this out. This is good. We'll get the wrench, put it in there. Yeah, the tab to escape the menus is kind of jarring, but I have already seen that is part of the plan to fix, so I'm not too worried about that. Where is that thing gone? Like, is this good or is it broken? I cannot tell. I'm gonna go with we've done it. We restored power. We fixed the water pressure. And I think we did the pumps. So all is good in the hood, hopefully. So now we should be able to go back and leave, I think. I'm not quite sure how you finish a contract, but I do like, oh, that is massive. Okay, it's nearly the size of the microwave. Fair dues. Yeah, another thing would be the ability to shift click. That would be quite nice. Instead of having to drag and drop everything over. Again, it's nitpicking, but I mean, okay. So now that I've gone through this, and I think I've completed the contract, let's move over to the store page. Okay, so the final part of the game dev breakdown is the store page, which is the most important part of a game, if you ask me. Although Caleb has a lot of followers, and I mean a lot of followers, the store page is still important because people that don't know him or don't know Sour Boys will not know why this game has so many like plays or downloads. And although that's going to help in marketing front, the store page is still very important. And one thing I think about when I see this is it's very thin. I mean, if we look at a game like my game Project Luna, although the header or the short description is pretty short, let it be a short description, the actual about the game is quite short. it still is eye-catching with these banners, and I just think if they add some banners in here, maybe a one for this one, maybe one for teamwork, I think it would just be, it would add a bit more, make it a bit more interesting. Maybe one about some tools, or you know, the puzzles as well. They could talk about the puzzles a bit, and then I think that would be perfect. I think it would be absolutely spot on then. It's just lacking a little bit, but then it only, you know, the demo only came out today, so I'm not too fussed about it. But as I said earlier, they have now done this, which is good. Earlier on the live stream, it didn't come up with anything here. It just said, tell us what this game is like. But it's now showing, like what I said, Phasmophobia and Lethal Company, which is quite nice. Content warning as well. That's another one that it reminds me of. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown. It's only a short, quick one, but then still trying to get into a rhythm of making these and going into as much detail and depth as possible, trying to break the game and just giving my feedback while testing it out. If you did enjoy, please subscribe and join the Discord. We're trying to grow a little community of developers and people interested in game dev. If you do want to watch me break down these kind of things live, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Links down in the description. But yeah, there will also be a link down to the store page and also Caleb's channel as well. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.